Hello and welcome to this demo of NOSCbot, a notification application that I decided to write over the course of the last several months. Essentially, it's a command notifier. The application will send mass notifications to the users of the app in the event that the leadership wants to either send a message of command closure due to weather, due to modified working hours, or just use it as a simple phone directory for all of the commands that are in the database, in the current database. Because of my location, it only contains the command listings of the 25 NOSCs in the Norfolk region, but I'm hoping that with user support that I can increase the size of the database. Okay, so what I intend to do is just to give a demo of a new user registering for the service, followed by the types of notifications that someone with administrator access can send to these end users. The application is currently being reviewed by Google on the Play Store. It's typically a 3 to 7 day process. I'm still on day 2 of that. But I'm able to install the APK on my emulator as well as my personal mobile device. So right now you're looking at the home screen of the emulator. It's an Android device that is running a recent version of the Android operating system. And I'm going to open the application by clicking on the shortcut. Okay, so you're presented with a login screen, and I'm going to take on the role of a new user that is trying to register for a NOSC in the RCC Norfolk region. So there's a new user sign up. I'm going to simply click on this link, and I'm going to enter some information. I'm just going to call myself Sourdough. And my email, I'll use because during the registration process you're asked to verify your account, I'm going to actually use my navy.mil. Okay, and I'll give myself a simple password. I'll confirm that. And I'll select a command which takes me to a command listing sorted alphabetically. So like I stated earlier, these commands are located in the Norfolk region. I am currently at Schenectady, so I'll select Schenectady, and then I'll create an account. Okay, I receive a toast message that says that I successfully registered, and I should check my email for a notification message. If I attempt to log in, which I'll do now, what you'll see is the email is not verified. Check the email for a link. Okay, so in the background, I've accessed my email and I've verified by clicking on the link which verifies my account. So now I'm free to log in using the username and password that I created earlier. Okay, you're presented with the main status screen. Sometimes you'll receive a notification. Since it's your initial login, it'll tell you the current status via notification. So if I was to drag down my window, I would see that there's an update now that says Schenectady is open for normal business hours and all conditions are normal. Alright, so the main activity provides you with a marquee that shows you an alert message if there was indeed an alert message, who you're signed in as, the business hours, address of the command, and then quick buttons to contact the command. So you'll have the main number as well as the duty phone number. Additionally, if there are miscellaneous notes that are put forth by the leadership, it'll appear in this bottom banner as well. Okay, so that covers the main status screen. The hamburger button, I'll click on that and it'll open up the menu. I can return to the home, I can go to the phone book, change my settings, or sign out of the application. The home screen is simply returning me to the main activity. The phone book will take me to the listing of all of the registered commands. Okay, so currently there should be 25 based on the region that I'm operating in. All right, and you can simply click on any one of these. For instance, if I wanted to contact NOS New York City, I would click on NOS New York City, and then the menu pops up asking me if I'd like to contact the command duty officer or the main phone number of the NOSC. Since I don't actually want to do this, I'm going to just simply click away from that, and I'll return to the menu. Go to the user settings, and you'll see that I have the options of changing my email address, changing a password. If I mistakenly picked a command, I can have the option of changing my command, or I can delete my account, which is a permanent thing, and that would require me to re-register. Okay, so these are just the available options, typical settings screen for an application. I'll return to the home screen, and to demonstrate the notification updates, I'm going to access the app on my own personal device. Okay, so I'm currently logged in as an administrator on another device. Administrators will receive certain functionality. There'll be an additional command button that's located on the menu if you had certain privileges. I'll show that later on in the demo, but for now, this phone screen that you're seeing represents a normal user. I'm using my control on my personal device, and I'm going to close the NOSCs and say that all conditions are normal, but I want everyone to have a safe weekend. Okay, so I'm typing that in now. I'm hitting update, so you'll see how quickly it updates on the actual emulator, and you see that was pretty instantaneous. I've got the notification, the message appears, have a safe weekend, and now you see the condition of the command is closed. Okay, so that was just kind of demonstrating how quickly these notifications occur to all the end users. All right, so you're probably wondering, okay, what interface is the leadership seeing? How are they able to change the status of the command? So I'm going to sign out of this application, and I will sign in as an admin. Okay, so right now I'm signed in as an administrator, and if I open the hamburger menu, you'll see that there's an additional menu option. Now I have command status. So I'll click on the command status, and this is the screen that the leadership would see. I can switch between normal working hours or closed. If the command is closed, I have the option of selecting what circumstances led to the closure, and I can type in an amplifying remark. Okay, so if I were to, instead of saying have a safe weekend, if I was just to clear those remarks, you'll see it says nothing to report. Okay, so once again, I'll switch the NOSC or the command back to normal. I will update the status. It takes me back to the main screen. I receive a notification on my interface, nothing to report. And just so you know, if the app wasn't running actively in the foreground, if I had it running in the background, I would still receive a notification. So I'll demonstrate that. I have the app closed on my personal device. I'm going to close the NOSC. I'm going to say nothing to report, and I'll update the status. And you'll see that I still receive a notification even though I'm not actively in the app. Okay, the user can also turn that down if they wanted to, depending on their settings, or they can see the history of those notifications as well. So this is NOSCbot version 1.0, and I just wanted to demo that. And once again, it's on the App Store for Android users. Depending on the acceptance rate, I'll port it to iOS, but it was just easier for me to port it to Android. It was developed using .NET, Microsoft.NET. The primary language that I'm comfortable with is C#. So with .NET and Xamarin, I'm able to code the app in a language that I'm comfortable with, and then port it to whatever devices I need to. So for now, it's ported to Android, and future updates may include other operating systems, looking at iOS next. Once again, it depends on the acceptance rate and if people find this to be useful. So I hope you've enjoyed the demo, and feel free to contact me with any questions. Have a great day. Bye.